Yes, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir. I hope you're doing safe during these tough times. So, as we know a bit about you, that you are a youth leader, what more could we know about you?
Okay, first of all, I must introduce myself to you all guys. And my name is Shabir Hussain. I'm from Jammu and Kashmir. It is one of the remote village in Jammu and Kashmir. That's Zalapura. So I hail from Zalapura. So currently, I'm a student here in Cluster University. That's located in Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir. So, as about my aim, I must say that I want to crack the UPSC examination because as I want to serve people. So that's all about me.
That's lovely, sir. So,
Uh,
how have you evolved as a youth leader?
I think that you know that most people know that Kashmir is considered as one of the conflict zone, as there
Yes.
are conflicts there on daily basis. There are conflicts. So when you face all these conflicts, and these conflicts help you to be as the leader and to see something new and to resolve the problems and the challenges which are coming on your way. To pave the way, you have to find out you have to find out the solutions or the ways to tackle the problems. So this is one of the reasons, but one more reason is that when I was living in the village, and there are people who are suffering through so many problems, and they
Yes.
did not see the resolution for the problems, and they did not tackle the problems properly, precisely. Then I come forward, and I began to search out that how to tackle their problems, including I was living among them. So I tried to solve their problems, and similarly that actually started from my home, and there used to be the conflicts between my mom, between my parents, and my brother or sister. So that helped me to be as a leader, and I was just always concentrating on these problems, that how I can I do something for the people? Can I do something new to the people? Can I lead people towards their goal? Can I lead people towards their destination? So I was working on them. Then I come to read the books. I began to read the books about the leadership, and that also helped me to evolve as a leader, to grow leader within me.
That's amazing, sir. So,
Uh,
so uh, how are you different from others? Like, what makes you unique?
Yeah, there are so many things that makes a person unique. But as for me, if you ask me that how I am different from other people, but I must say you that there are so many qualities, there are so many, I must say, attributes within me that makes me different from other rest of the people. The first thing is that I'm a good listener. I
Yeah.
always listen people, and I always try to address the people. I have seen that people always address their issues to other people, but I'm a person, I listen and I address the issue of other people, and whatever issues they have, I try to address them, and that makes me different. But one more thing is that I'm punctuate of time, and whatever I set for myself, and whatever schedule I have, I just to go through that schedule. I never ever, breach the law. I never ever breach the trust of the people, and that makes me different from other people. One more thing I want to add here, that is, I'm very friendly to people. I have never fallen in argument with the people. I never argue with the people that why you are doing this and that. I try to address their problems in a different way. I approach their problems in a different way. I listen their problems, and I give them the resolutions. Then I give them, that the ways to solve the problems. So that makes me different from other people. As I talked about the listening. Listening is something that makes you different from other people. I've seen that most of the people always want to talk. They always want to
Yes.
talk wherever they want to go, wherever they want to they want to talk. But what I was doing, I was doing a reverse of it. I was doing opposite of it. I try to listen people, and people feel so much fascinated, and they feel more connected with me. Otherwise, when you're talking,
Yes.
I called it as a mental diarrhea people have, and people are going away from you. They don't want to talk with you because they want to talk, you don't want to listen them. And what I
Yeah.
did, and I always try to listen people, and I try to listen their story. Every person has a story to offer you.
Yes.
When you listen them carefully, it means that you are giving them attention, you are giving them respect. Attention means you are giving them respect, and you're sympathetic towards them, and that's what makes me different from other people.
That's lovely, sir. You have such great qualities.
Yeah.
What do you like? What would be the one word that would help you, like, describe yourself? Like, what word would you describe yourself?
I think that truthfulness is something that can describe me, and that's the one word that can describe me. I must say that it cannot do justice with all my qualities, but to some
Yes.
extent, to a large extent, truthfulness is something that can describe me, because a leader must be truthful. When you are truthful to yourself, you can be truthful to other people. But when you're not truthful to yourself, how is it possible you can evolve as a good leader? And when you make fake promises with the people, you don't come across your you don't come on your promises, then
Yeah.
people will lose respect in their hearts,
Trust
and
and
they will,
yes.
yeah, they will lose trust. You can no more be trustworthy before people, and they will lose trust, respect, dignity, etc. So what I consider is truthfulness is one of the things that can describe me whole.
Yes. Sir. So, what do you think? Do you love being a team player or a team leader? And like, why?
I think that I allow team leaders, because leader is someone who lead a big crowd, and he has a vision. He has a vision for the society. He has a vision for the community. He has a vision for the masses. He has a vision. So, but to be follower, I must not say that it's very easy, and I don't love them, but I love the team leaders. They have a vision. They
Yes.
are very much visionary for the society, and they alone know that what to do and what not to do. They see what others cannot see. That's why I like leaders, and I love leaders. Okay.
So, what was your inspiration to be a youth leader? Like, who inspired you?
There are so many people who inspired me, but I will start from my home. There is one of my brother, and he's a teacher. By profession, he's a teacher,
Okay.
and and so the kind of life he's living the selfless life. I must say the selfish life and selfless life, but he's living the selfless life, and he's serving people, and he's serving society in different ways. He's serving society, so he's my first inspiration. Then there's one more inspiration for me, and as a, that who helped me a lot to be a leader, to be the youth leader. That Sandeep Maheshwari. I listen him a
Okay.
lot on YouTube. No matter that
Okay.
I never met him physically, but I consider him as an inspiration for me, because he inspired me, and he boosted my knowledge. He leveled up my leadership to a lot, and I learned a lot of leadership skills from him. So I consider these two people as my inspiration. But one more thing I want to add here, that's about the books. And I'm a book reader.
Okay.
I'm a book lover, and I love to read a lot of books. And books also inspired me a lot, and they're educating me every time. And nobody's educating me, but book is always there to educate me and to hold my hand and to direct me towards the right direction. That's what I get from the book. So I consider these three as my
As your
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, like, what's the difference between you and like a normal person, like you being a youth leader and a normal individual?
That as a normal person, you don't have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. But when
Yeah.
it comes to be the leader, you have a lot of responsibility. You don't have the personal responsibility. You also have the public responsibility on your shoulders. And
Yeah.
you need to understand, and you become more sensitive. You become more, responsible after becoming the leader. But as a normal person, you never try to solve all the problems, and you try. If you try, you always try to solve your problems. You are self-centered.
Yes.
You are self-centered as a normal person, but when you become leader, you become other-centered. I call that other-centered, and you divert your mind from yourself to other people. I consider that that leadership. What it teaches you. Leadership teaches you that a leadership teaches you one important lesson. That's it's not that how much food you eat every day, but how much you feed others. That's the lesson that you get from the leadership, and how much you guide people, how much you empower people. Leadership does not mean that how much power you have. It teaches you that how you empower other people. That's the lesson we teach. That's the lesson leadership teaches us. But as a leader, you get all these qualities. You try to be truthful. You try to be honest.
Yeah.
You try to be, you try to
Yeah.
accumulate more and more honesty, more and more qualities within you, so that you can be different from other people, rest of the people. And that's the difference between a normal person and a leader.
Leader. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what do you think are your strengths that have helped you reach to this level of being a youth leader?
Yeah, exactly. I think the first, strength I have, that's the communication, and I'm
Yeah.
good. I consider myself as a good communicator, because when you are not the good communicator, how is it possible you can deal with public? If you sometimes if you try to communicate something but they understood something else, it
Yeah.
can create miscommunication, and it's problematic. Ultimately it's problematic, and it can create more challenge in your way on your way. So I consider myself as a good communicator. And second thing is, I mentioned it earlier, that I'm a good listener. I listen people and I
Yes.
address their problems, and I always come with a good vision for the people. So these are the three things which I consider my strengths.
Yes. So, like, you have your strengths. You also must be having weaknesses or fears. So, like, what are your
Yes.
weaknesses and fears that you would like to overcome?
Yeah, I think that in the prevailing here, I want to overcome so many weaknesses. But first and foremost is that I sometimes, procrastinate. I have this
Yes.
problem to procrastinate the things, to delay the things that I don't want to do, but unfortunately, it's happening with me. So I don't do things timely. But in this year, I want to overcome this thing as early as possible, so that it can boost up my leadership skills more.
Yes. So, what is your mode of like leadership? Are you a calm leader, calm and composed leader, or are you aggressive? Or are you just a cool person?
I think that that I think aggressiveness is not in the leadership. This word should not be in the leadership, and I don't consider him as a leader. Leader is somebody whose ears ring with the voice of people. Then, if
Yeah.
you become aggressive to the people, people will go away from you. People, you cannot repel people away from you. You have to attract them towards you. You have to attract them. How is it possible? When you're cool and calm, when you are cool and calm, they will come towards you. They will fascinate towards you. They will get attract towards you. Once you lose your cool, it creates problem in your leadership, and
Yes.
people will unfollow you. People will go away from you. People will not listen you. They will never listen you again. They will never mark your words, and that's a problem. So I consider myself as a cool and calm leader. I think
Yeah.
that this is the best of qualities in a person. One who wants to be the leader, he must be very much calm. He should never lose calm. No matter that, people will come and they will criticize you. They will raise slogans against you. You have to resist it. You need to create that kind of resistance with you. And once you lose your calm, and they will hate you, you will get a lot of hate,
Yeah.
you will get a lot of criticism from people. I
Yes.
think that one should not do it, and I consider myself as a cool and calm leader. I just resist, I just tolerate all the odds which are coming on my way.
Yes, sir. That's so beautifully said. So like, how do you handle your success and your failures?
Yeah. First of all, acceptance is very important. If there is no acceptance in a person, he sometimes loses emotions. He loses, temper. He loses, he loses everything. He loses grip on his life. I think that we should accept before becoming successful, before becoming the losers. We should accept one thing that success or failure are the part of our life, and we have to accept them by heart. We have to accept them by my mind, by our mind. So then after we can balance them. Otherwise, if there happens the imbalance, and today you are a successful person, tomorrow you are not successful, and you get failure. That time, if you don't
Yeah.
accept it by your heart, it can create problems in you, and you will become emotionally imbalanced. There will be emotional imbalance within you, and it can create problems for you. But what I do is I always consider that failure is not the final.
Yeah.
Success is not that it will remain always with you, and you have to face the failures, because failure is something that makes you strong. Failure is something that gives you one more chance to to be successful, to be more successful, to bounce back. I think that that's the way. To acceptance is one of the way that that helps me to balance the failure with the success.
Success.
That's it. Yeah.
Like you said before, like how do you handle conflicts? Like you have said that in a stressful environment, you have to handle conflicts. So
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you do that?
Whenever I face any kind of conflict, what I do is I read about the conflict first. I don't go with a blind approach that what people are saying, and I will go with that. And what I listen about the conflict, I will go with that. No, what I do is I read thoroughly. I will go to the deep, reading about the conflict. And this is one thing. Second thing is that I talk with the elders about the conflict, and who are more expert in resolving the conflicts. I talk with them. I take their ways, I take their opinions, and I take their point of view about the conflict. This is second thing. And third thing is that then I begin to evaluate what I learned from my, reading, what I learned from the elders. I try to evaluate. I summarize their, both these things. I
Yeah.
combine them. Then I address the conflict. And this is my way to address conflict.
Yeah, that's amazing. So like, how do you, what makes you happy? Like, what do you do? I mean, among all this work that you do, what actually genuinely makes you happy?
Okay, so I think that to serve humanity is something that makes me happy. And
Yeah.
one more thing is that I always try to help the old age people, that they are suffering through so many problems. Sometimes they leave their homes, and their children are just not adopting them in a proper way. So that aches my heart, that pains my heart, and that's something what if I try and hold their hands and try to help them, that
Yeah.
makes me happy, that makes me excited.
So like the last question. So what are like your
Okay.
hobbies, or what do you like doing in your free time?
Yeah, I like to. I'm teaching students. I teach students
Okay.
in my leisure time, and so second thing is that I write things. I actually want to be the good writer, so I write things. I write articles, and I write poems and quotes, etc. So that's what I do. And also sometimes what I do is I try to sketch the things. I try to sketch. I try
Okay.
sketching. Nowadays that it's out of my mind, but still I try to spend my separate time and to spend my dead time. So that's what I do in my this dead time or the separate time.
So that's amazing, and we are
Yeah.
so happy that you took out some time to have an interview with us. So, Arvi, we'll just share the certificate with you, sir.
Hi,
Okay.
sir.
Thanks for having me here. Thank you so much.
Yes. No, so thank you, sir, for taking out time. It was amazing the work
Yes,
that
sir.
you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So this is the token of love and token of recognition from our organization. Please
Okay, sir.
once have a look at it. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, sir.
This is the certificate, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Mm. And sir, for a second, sir, can I take the snapshot of this?
Uh, you can, sir. Sure.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. Thank you for your valuable
Thank you
time.
so much, sir, for taking out time and interviewing with.
Thanks for having me here, and I learned so many things from you guys as well. And hope and I'm looking forward to have more sessions with you guys.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much.
sir.
Okay, thank you so
Bye
much.
bye, sir. Have a nice day.
Have a nice
Okay, same to you. Okay, okay, bye.
bye, sir.